Hello. I'm here to recap on a chapter that I read in a book for my class through Boise State. The class is Virtual Worlds in Education, so we are learning how to use different virtual worlds in the classroom and still making sure that it's beneficial to the students and we're not just playing around. So this book is called Communities of Play, and we read chapter 2. It's by Celia Pearce. I have a lot of notes in front of me, so just bear with me if I keep looking down. So one of the things that she talks about in the beginning with these virtual worlds and why students might like them, when you have a character, the things that you do in your world can develop your character. So like you can level up, or you add you get coins, and then you can purchase new things for your character. The worlds are inhabitable. They have an identity. They have meaning. I really liked how she discussed that. And then there's consequential participation. Your presence is part of the world, and it affects the world. So those kind of go together. They go hand in hand. So the worlds are inhabitable, so you can open a Minecraft world, and you can go in, and you can let other players join you, or you can jump on a server and play with other players. And what you do in that world affects the world. And that's a great, and you'll hear me probably use this word every once in a while, way to promote autonomy, which students absolutely love. I teach elementary kids. Whenever they understand something, they can do something on their own. It is the most magnificent moment in their life. Like when they sign into computers and they get their username and their password right the first time. Usually there's like a shout and yelling for me to come see that I did it all on my own. Just little things. It's the little things in elementary. Okay, so I thought it was interesting that many males choose a female avatar because they're better to look at. I would expect that males would go in and pick avatars that look like, I don't know, big, strong, but I guess they do have to look at them the entire time. So they choose to pick a female avatar because that's what they're going to be looking at, and that pleases their eyes more. And I can't really say anything because when I created my character in World of Warcraft, I chose a blood elf, and he's built and a very good-looking blood elf. So I completely agree. I completely understand. There was, let's see, along with the autonomy thing, you can choose your avatar, and you can, for instance, World of Warcraft, you can change what their hair looks like, what clothes they're wearing, their build, their height, or like in Minecraft, there's all different types of skins that have been created, and you can just put them into your world, and then that can be your skin. It's actually a really big thing my students make on Tinker, and unfortunately we haven't gotten to figure out how to put them into Minecraft Education Edition. If it was any other Minecraft edition, I would know, but we haven't figured out the link, so the kids were kind of disappointed. Anyway, game goals being definitive. So does the game have goals or does it not? So if you are a teacher, you're going to need some way to assess what you've created or done. So usually there probably will be some sort of definitive goal that you'll need. But if you have just a world that's open, once again, students can be a little more creative, but what they are being creative with, you'd still need a way to assess what they did or make or how they get there. So really having just an open world and letting the students play, I'm not really sure how that, I guess, would be an educational experience unless you're just teaching them how to, use a mouse or WASD. function the keyboard. Let's see. So that's the difference between the ludic and the pediatric. I'm not even sure if I'm saying that correctly, to be honest. In ludic, there's a goal. In pediatric, it's creative. And then whenever the students come off of the game, they're so this is where I guess I have a problem looking at this spectrum, because there are some people that don't like these games because students get so immersed in them that it's like they think what they are doing is real, and even when they're finished playing, they think it's real. And I feel a lot of students or people who play these games, they know that, yeah, whenever they are in the game and this is their title, or this is their goal that they have to reach, or this is what they want to make, any of those, yeah, when you get in there, you're immersed and you are trying to get where you need to be and get it done. But as soon as you turn that off and you walk away, take your headset off, if I was in jail in my game, I don't take my headset off and it equals that I'm incarcerated in any way. So I think it's interesting that a lot of people don't like games because they think that everyone's going to go too far and then just believe that this is the real thing. For instance, a game that of course my students would never play, but like Grand Theft Auto, because you can pull someone out of your car and beat them up, doesn't mean I'm going to do it in real life. Honestly, if that's a different thing that I want to be, or I think it's cool, it's probably a better place that I go and play Grand Theft Auto and get that out, and then I can go back to being, someone who doesn't break the rules or pull people out of their cars, because, I know that that's just only on a game and I got to experience it. The last thing I wanted to touch on was the MMOW versus MMOG. So massive multiplayer online world, and then the other one is games. So I thought it was really neat that they put MMOW versus MMOG and then called this Alice versus Dorothy. So Alice, in a world, you're just kind of wandering around, exploring, you're seeing what's there, what can I do? And then in the game, which is related to Dorothy, there was an end goal. She wanted to make it to the Emerald City, right? But I really can't wait to read more of this book. It had a lot of good information, and I'd like to see more of how it could affect my students. All right, thanks for watching.